I thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Black Coffee and Crime. Brandy and I are just going to be with you this week. Jackie will join you the next time. Will join us the next time. So thank you all for joining us for this episode. This is episode 106. This is all about Carlee Russell. So on the last episode, everything was still fresh, ongoing. But here's the thing. 2 weeks later, we still don't really know that much more than was known when she showed back up at her parents' house. So we'll talk about that. Also, housekeeping. Want to address a few things. Like, it seems like we have to do this all the time. One, this is an unscripted show. We don't have a script. We don't know what we're going to talk about. It's our show. In the caption, it says true crime, current events, and other bullshit. So we did have a comment talking about that we talk too much about things that are not important. If it is not important to you, scroll on. But that other bullshit part in our caption, that's what that is. So sorry. And we kind of do tell you that we about to talk about something else. But again, this is what we do. If you want a show that is very linear and very story driven and by the book, this ain't that. This ain't that.
No.
We talk and we give opinions. We give the meat of the story, and then we take it from there based on our opinions and whatever. Okay, so there's that. But if you have any constructive criticism, like, hey, we missed some information or anything like that, you can always let us know in the comments, also on Facebook and Instagram. All right, so that's that. All right, so before we get into Carlee, we're going to talk about some other unimportant stuff. Okay.
Like what?
So update just today, which is July 31st, Mary Vallow Daybell. She had already been convicted of killing
Lori?
kids.
Is her name Lori?
Yeah, her name is Lori, not Mary. Sorry. Lori Vallow Daybell was already convicted of killing her 2 kids. Today she was sentenced, Randy said, to life without parole. Okay.
Yep, life sentence.
Remember, she was in some sort of death cult thing with her new husband. She had her brother kill her ex-husband, was going to put a hit out on her cousin's wife. They buried the kids in her new husband's backyard. They fled. They were gone, like, on the run for forever, and they finally caught him in Hawaii. So the husband, has he been convicted?
I don't think so. I don't think they've had his trial yet.
Okay.
I don't think they've had his trial yet. I think hers was first, but he was charged with. Were they both? I think they both was charged with murder. There was something slightly different in his charges. I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
But something slightly different in his charges. But I don't think he's gone to court yet. And she was sitting up there looking so not interested. And, grandma was up there pleading her case and crying and carrying on. And she still looks spaced out.
Well.
And she gave some Bible verse and something about the wife. Was her name Mary? I can't remember her name.
The husband's wife. It might have been, because remember, she died and they was going to exhume her to find out
something about they're all in heaven and with each other, and the son is busy doing some, I don't know,
cult something.
They up there together is what she said.
Wow.
No murders were committed.
That's what she said? Oh. She's crazy as a damn roll, is it?
She was looking crazy. She was leaned all back in her chair. She was looking out of there. She lost a lot of weight too.
Prison ages you. Because I saw a picture of her. I think maybe when she first got arrested and she looked, pretty vibrant and she was grinning at the camera. She was in the like at back of an SUV or whatever. And then I did see her in court today, a picture of her in court today. She looked pretty haggard. She looked
And
pretty.
she had that old stripe it. People be saying stripe it.
All kind of
Striped
correct English.
suit, pink and white. When they start getting pink and white?
I don't know. I don't keep up with prison fashion like
Well,
that. So.
Arizona used to be when old boy used to be there. They used to give them everything pink.
That,
Shapiro or whatever it was.
yeah, that was just to
Yeah.
just to mess with people. I really can't talk about her looking kind of haggard because I look pretty haggard today. This is my house t-shirt with the pockets. That's all I can muster up today because I work from home today. And after my 12 p.m. shower, this is what I put on.
We couldn't even tell. We wouldn't even be able to tell what you had on.
I mean, just in case I scoot back or something and you see this like giant like sun thing on there.
As long as your neck ain't looking, the neck of your shirt ain't looking drunk, you good.
Yeah, see? It's got this little night
Well,
and
looking
day.
drunk.
Yeah, so if you stop at Walmart, I think this was $7.74. Go get you one and it has pockets. I have 3. Go get you one. All right, so that was my little Walmart spiel. All right, let's talk about Carlee. If you're not familiar with Carlee's story, this is the
I don't know where you been.
These are the cliff notes because we just really, I think what we really want to talk about is why she did it because we don't really know why she did it.
Girl, I'm about Carlee'd out. I'm gonna need her to do something. Call Dr. Phil or somebody.
Because she's not talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so bare bones is July 13th. So this happened in the last couple weeks. July 13th, which was on a Thursday. She on high was it 8:59 or 4:59? 4:59.
What?
59, the highway.
Yeah.
Okay, so Highway 459 in the Birmingham, Alabama area, Hoover, Alabama, which is part of the Birmingham greater area. Young lady, she's 25, nursing student. She said she pulls over to the side of the road. She said she sees an abandoned toddler and she's trying to assist. She calls her sister-in-law and then 911. So there is a 911 recording of the call. And basically, she disappears. Her wig, her AirPods, I think her phone, her car were all at the site. So she's gone. She makes this 911 call. She calls her sister-in-law, and then Carlee is gone. So for the next 2 days, at first, it was a tiny story, and then due to social media, it ballooned. It was everywhere on all social media. National news sites, news media picked it up, and everybody was worried about her return. On Saturday, she shows back up at her parents' house. They take her to a hospital in Birmingham for observation to be checked out, and she's also questioned by police. She said that she was kidnapped by a male. She got away, but she was recaptured, and that she was blindfolded, stripped, and photographed.
This is where her story kind of got a little weird. First, she said there was a lady and a baby that she didn't see, but then she said the lady was playing with her hair. So
clearly, Carlee is not meant for an underworld career because she messed everything up. She left breadcrumbs and Easter eggs and everything everywhere to lead right to finding out that this was all a hoax. None of this happened. It was JR's dream. It was Dallas, and it was a dream. And Bobby was in the shower.
I was watching the video. I never seen another car pull over. I just saw her car. I would try to look real careful because he was like, "There's another car." I'm like, I didn't see another car, but I wear glasses. So
I posted. I don't know if did I post it to Instagram. I think I did, but I was watching the surveillance video from the highway, and it like before her car stopped, there was another car that had it that had her car was you saw her hazards on it, her pullover, and then there was another car, but the traffic was flowing. So I'm like, I was like, why didn't anybody else see this? Um, it was dark, but I just didn't know.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely did. If there was a baby, she wouldn't have kept on cruising the shoulder. Would she have hit the baby?
I mean, that
Well,
was
mind you, there wasn't a baby.
right.
But they said that right there by that biomarker or whatever there is, there's like a those underground drainage things that are like where a man could stand inside of it.
Like a culvert, yeah.
Yeah, that she probably went through the little woods, went through that, and
Because there's a from the pictures that I saw, there's like the highway, and then of course like the shoulder or whatever, and then a bunch of trees. And I don't know if you're not from the country, you're not from Alabama, the trees in Alabama are dense. And when I say dense, I mean dense. You can't see through them. It's the nice little corpse of trees. And then there's residential area right behind there. So she might have gone under there through the neighborhood or whatever.
but
Uh,
my thing, it was just so dark. And she said there was no in her statement when she told everything was a lie, is that she said that she did it alone. But I'm like, it's pitch black. Like how did you do that alone? Like somebody had to be waiting over there, or she had a flash. I mean, how?
that is one
I
of my
just don't.
questions.
I just don't believe that she did it by herself.
I don't either. That is one of my questions. Was there an accomplice? How many accomplices were there? Did anybody in her family know? Did her mother or father know at some point what she was doing, where she was? I don't know if they knew at the beginning, like her plan, because I'm quite sure her parents would have been like, girl, stop. Um, so social media gets involved. There's people donating, people worried, people sending out prayers and all this stuff. So Crime Stoppers collects a little bit over $63,000, which they are going to refund to the donors.
They
Uh,
are, because before they said they weren't.
yeah, there
They
was.
said they weren't. Say they were, then they said they weren't. So they are now.
Yeah. Where's the article that I read?
Because it was like they told them they would, and the next day it was like, no, I'm keeping our sheet.
Yeah. So according to this article from AL.com, which was updated July 28th. Now that was a couple days ago, 3 days ago. It says Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama earlier this week announced it was refunding the
Okay, good.
$63,378 donated while Russell was missing. So
Because she show what this is what I think happened, because she said she had $107 in her stock too, and so they say that she used an alias name, and she probably checked into the hotel, and I think she turned on the news and realized
how big it was.
that everybody was looking for her, and she kind of like had to get a story together real quick because she had been gone for 2 days.
But here's the thing though, according to some other articles I read, she had searched some things on her computer. Like, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? One-way bus ticket to Birmingham, from Birmingham to Nashville. She looked at the movie Taken, like references to the movie. How to take money from a register without being caught. Birmingham bus station. So she had a little bit of thought into this, but I
She
don't.
should have watched one of our shows before she went
No,
off
she couldn't get it. You
and
can't.
did this, because
Yeah,
she don't even know how to get kidnapped right. The white man with the orange hair and the bald spot killed me. Like,
that's very
was she trying to say that so nobody else would get arrested for it by accident?
maybe because she said somebody black. You know what happens when you put,
Yeah, but she made it like
like the man,
Sideshow Bob. Like,
like the dude,
who?
yeah, the guy with one arm. The
Yeah.
assassin. Yeah.
Like she made it so that where are you gonna find like I don't want anyone to be charged with this, so it's gonna be a big white guy with orange hair and a balding spot, and he's also not gonna put any marks on me.
She said
Why
because
doesn't he need?
her hands weren't bound, but that doesn't make sense because if you escaped and you were recaptured, wouldn't they tie you up?
She said he didn't want to leave no marks, girl,
Why not? He already
and
kidnapped.
she couldn't remember if she was sexually assaulted, but she could remember all kind of details. And that lady, how was that lady gonna play on her hair where she had them cornrows all dusty straight to the back?
Don't do that. You know she wears wigs. Don't do that.
I'm just saying,
Don't do
they
that.
would have found me with my wig. It might have been crooked, but I think when she seen that picture of her on the thing with no wig on, looking how she was looking,
No, I don't think it was the wig that did
girl,
it.
she saw that picture.
She
That's one of
knew
the pictures.
she knew what she looked like up under that wig. She's the one who took
Yeah,
it
but you
off.
don't want everybody else to know what you look like. That picture she was looking how now she made up for it with that with her
Mugshot.
booking photo,
Yeah, her mugshot.
mugshot. Because she had to let us know she had some hang time, and she had to let us know that this is my natural face. Like I can,
Yeah.
like, this is my mug. I'm doing this. Makeup, no makeup, wig, and I do got hair
Team
type of
Nancy.
thing. She
I
had on her church dress.
what do you think? Cause she okay, so this is weird, just as an aside. So her boyfriend, I saw on Instagram today, her boyfriend was supposed to be having some
Oh, girl.
crazy breakup party appearance somewhere in Alabama.
What was it? Not on the run. What was it? Something about kidnapping.
Yeah, but his lawyers have decided that he should not, in fact, do that. So that has been canceled. What was it? I should have
Why
said.
would he do that anyway? This is just so stupid.
I mean,
That kind of makes me think that he is a little bit of an asshole.
you got to try to capitalize while you can because
Friend. Was the club going to pay him?
I'm not saying that he should. I'm just saying that that's what you do. You got to strike while the iron's hot, while the fire's
But
hot.
he could have did something else. He could have had somebody pay for if he had talked so much before somebody might have paid for his interview. I mean, the mom and daddy was on the Today Show talking about she fought physically and she fought
Okay, so
mentally.
speaking of her parents, do you think there was a point? Do you think they knew anything before she got home? And at what point do you think they knew something?
No, I don't think they knew when she first went missing, but I know because you remember there was that rumor that a bunch of cars showed up to a Red Roof Inn, supposedly like 6 cars deep, because they said that's where she was. But the lady from the Red Roof Inn called the police. I think at that point they probably was putting it together, like, and her mom was like, I know this girl ain't went up and did all this, but just in case.
So if that was your kid, put
Oh,
yourself
girl.
in their shoes, what would you have done like differently?
Well, I wouldn't have went on. Well, I won't say because I really thought my kid. I would go on whatever to find my child, but they wouldn't have to worry about the police department. You done got my face all out there, got me looking crazy.
Real crazy. Real crazy.
I mean, got me out there with my hair flat down, no bumps in my hair, all on the TV.
Yeah, she was looking kind of wicked. All right. So you were saying that you would have turned your kid in and
I
beat him?
definitely would. The dad was really quiet. The dad didn't say anything too much on the interviews. He let the mama do most of the talking. So,
Do
did
you
you
think at
see
that
when?
point he
Did you see?
kind of
Huh?
do you think at that point he kind of knew something or
I I think he was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know, girl. I don't know because we don't know well, I kind of thought it was weird anyway. The whole story was weird to me from the beginning. But we don't know too much. Like the police don't even know what she did for those 49 hours. Um, and they said they kind of saw something suspicious before they even put it out, the information. So girl. She's just doing too much.
So
And then
my
the fact that
go ahead.
and people are mad that she just got 2 misdemeanor charges. I mean, they do like
What
one
el- I
one
mean,
year.
what did these they want it to be a felony?
Well, they're going to the state now to make a law. I hope they make it called. I hope it's called Carlee's Law or something to make it more to make a stronger punishment for people doing that because she used a lot of money. She had people everywhere looking for her.
I
And I
think
must say that sheriff, he be wearing some garments.
I knew you was gonna say that shit.
He be wearing some garments. He
I
be
mean,
looking smooth.
he looks like a damn Southern lawyer with all that bright shit on, like he going to
I mean, when he was looking smooth to me.
a damn
Has little pocket
purple
square.
periwinkle fucking pinstripe suit on.
Yeah, I can get with it.
I didn't like it. And then he had
I
another
did.
bright ass suit on, like he's a box of Skittles.
It wasn't that bright.
That shit was Easter sharp.
Which one? The first one?
All of them.
Well, the second one, the next press conference, it wasn't bad. It was like like a oh
This
leisure.
man has, I'm looking at a picture when he's announcing her charges. This man has a blue and pink pinstripe suit with a pink tie. If he don't look like Tennessee Williams,
I'm saying that he was wearing some. He said he ain't just gonna wear no ordinary
I
little
mean,
suit.
do you, Mr. Southern Sheriff? But I mean, you just look like you about to go to Easter service and give your little speech, with your lily of the valley.
Well, he did. He gave his little speech.
So, we have different opinions about what should happen to Carlee. Yes, there was a lot of money expended on her behalf, lots of people involved in the search. One of the things that the sheriff did say, or paraphrasing something that he said, was that it took attention away. A lot of people were pissed off because it took attention away from people who were really missing and the efforts to find them. The last time we talked about her, which was on the last show, I said that I wanted to withhold judgment because I didn't know what was going on. Like it was just a weird story. Like probable, but like
I needed some more information.
not impossible, but not very probable. Her story didn't kind of add up. So there were the whole thing that was kept throwing me off is the kid by the side of the road. Like, I think everything was clouded by that. And then because there were no other details and she was just gone and then she just reappeared. And so it was very confusing. So even now I'm just like, what was she like? I know a lot of people put a lot of time and a lot of worry into it, but I'm like, really, what was she going through to do this?
I remember you saying that we should believe Black women or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm all for that. But then this girl done went.
Still doesn't take away from it though.
I know, but she done went and did this flim flam. And then she had the people out there whose kids were really missing or had been murdered out there searching. And then, she was around the corner playing hopscotch.
Yeah, you know what? I get that and I completely understand. And I really, sympathize with the people who were parents or family members of missing or murdered people that were concerned and searching for her. But I don't think she thought that far. I don't think she thought.
We know she didn't.
And so I know this wasn't malicious. This wasn't malicious at all. So I'm still trying to think what was in her mind that she was going through.
The wrong stuff. Because where she messed up is she shouldn't have made that police call. She should have just called her. She would have been charged with making a false statement.
Right. She shouldn't have done that. She shouldn't have.
And then she did all that Googling.
That's the part where, like, was it like, how like if you break up with somebody and you're like, I'm going to do the most to get attention. I think it was just to get attention from a certain person or whatever.
She's
And
25. Like, she's
so,
grown woman.
so you know what's
She know better
I
brain.
brought this up before. Now I brought this up before is because we have this thing about who we consider adults and who we consider kids. Because in some instances, somebody could be 24, 25 years old, a young mom that does something stupid. You're like, she's just a child. She just doesn't understand. She doesn't know.
I ain't never said that.
But
You
I'm
talking
just
the
saying.
wrong one.
But in this instance, she's supposed to know everything. People do stupid stuff all the time, whether you're 15, 25, 35, 45. You do stupid stuff all the time. People do stupid shit.
But just because they do stupid shit don't mean that you can excuse
No, I'm
what
not
they
saying
did.
it's an excuse for your behavior, but I'm saying people do stupid shit without thinking of the consequences. Thank God no one was hurt, like physically or anything, but people do stupid shit to get attention all the time.
Well, I don't know I hope her name is forever going to go down
I
for
think
this.
that because of social media, there's going to be something else that comes. We'll remember this, but it's not going to be like there's a stain on her name forever, like she's Hester Prynne.
People still saying that she did a Jussie Smollett. We ain't forgot his name and what he did.
It was an actor.
So what? We ain't gonna forget what she did either.
Girl, I don't really think that Carlee Russell is going to be a household name for the next 365 days.
Girl, I don't know.
I think right now, because people are in their feelings, you got people on social media talking about they want their prayers back. People are in their feelings because she's still not giving a statement on why she did what she did. No one knows what she did, why she did, and where she actually was.
Well, she better move out of Hoover. She better move out of Alabama.
Okay, like that's a hardship to do.
I don't know. And then she don't. Girl, no. She probably was in the woods looking at him. But why did she leave her wig though?
Because that would have been a sign of a struggle. Your wig would have come off if you were struggling with somebody. So
She must have had no good combs in it.
even if you have some good combs, if somebody snatch your wig, you can get your wig snatched. It's gonna come off. So that was just, I mean,
They interviewed the wig on Ricky Smiley.
Oh Lord, what the wig say?
They interviewed the wig on Ricky Smiley.
See, was it like when they did Eddie Vandross?
Yes.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to go and find it on YouTube or something.
Yes,
It's a mess. It is a mess. And I think that the mess is made worse because it seems like even though her lawyer has given her statement but I just think that people think because she's not giving her story, people feel like she owes them a story, and a personal apology, and she's not given that yet. And so
truthfully, it's very smart. It's very smart of her or the lawyer or whoever that she doesn't give her story. And unless she gives it after she's already convicted, but it's actually smart that she's not giving her story now. But that don't mean that I still don't want to know.
Right. And I think
I just want to see how bad this plan was planned out.
Oh, it's horrible. It was not planned out. It was not planned. She should have just said, I need some time away. If you ain't got no PTO, girl, take the time and you're just gonna have to eat that on your next.
But then that wouldn't have the same impact that she was looking for whatever reason she was doing it for.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have had the same impact she's just but somebody, that trauma bond. Maybe she thought she was gonna have a trauma bond and with whoever her boyfriend and he was gonna come back to her and pledge his life to her because she went through this horrible thing, and then hopefully through this pain and sorrow he was gonna get back with her.
Yeah, because we know about trauma bonds with tragedy. Maybe I do think that that's why she did it, was to get attention. And I don't think that she thought they were going to look for her like this. That
You
someone
think she gonna be able to be a nurse?
no, no, no. She's going to have to pick something else. You know what? She might. She might. As long as she doesn't have a felony conviction, she might. But it is falsifying. It's lying, but it's falsifying a police report for whatever.
Yeah, that's an official document.
Yeah. She might be able to do it because it didn't cause physical harm and it's not a felony.
I wouldn't want her to be my nurse.
Why? What's she gonna do to you?
Girl, you already know that she be lying.
Girl, who don't lie?
I'm just saying.
Who
She
don't
doesn't
lie?
talk about she done gave me my medicine or something. She ain't gave me my medicine or
Girl,
something. I just don't. Mm-mm. If I see her walk in, I'm like, mm-mm.
I don't even think it goes that far. I don't think it goes that deep. I don't, but I just think that people are really in their feelings because one, like you said, they already don't believe Black women and women of color in these situations and don't look for Black women and women of color. And then she does this, but there's that. And then, because everyone was, on pins and needles for a couple of days looking for her, and then donating money and time. And now she's not saying anything. And it's like, you owe us. Excuse me. You owe us.
Well, she at least owes her city for paying all that money out, and she at least needs to tell the city.
Well, they don't know. I'm quite sure there'll be some things about restitution. Like the charges that she has are
Misdemeanors.
Class A misdemeanors, which are the highest ones, are punishable by not more than 1 year in county jail or a year of labor in the county. And they carry up a fine of up to $6,000. Give me that 1 year in jail because I'm not doing no labor. I'm not doing
I
it.
think they're going to try to go as far as they can go. Be it 1 year in jail or whatever. I think that's what they're going to push for.
They're going to push. I don't think she'll get that much jail time if she does. I don't think so. I'm quite sure they're going to push for it, but I don't think she'll get that much jail time. She'll get a shit ton of restitution charges, but I don't think if she gets any jail time at all. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve it, because she did what
I
she
don't know, Brand. These people them people was hot. They even had the folks calling in upset about her charges, and now they trying to make that new law. So they're gonna try to push as far down. I don't know if they're gonna get it, but they're gonna try to push for the most. It just depends on how good her lawyer is.
Yeah. I just
It's still Alabama.
it is Alabama, but I also think in the grand scheme of things, in the amount of times people have called the police, the sheriff, and everybody else swatting people and all of this, and there's zero charges. And I get that, a hoax kidnapping is, a little bit more serious, but it's still a false police report. And yeah, there's a lot of money involved, but there's also money involved when you call the police on somebody and they got to come out and you cause emotional damage. So all of that goes together and no one's ever charged.
I don't know. She gonna be charged, Brad, and she Black too, and she done went and had them all over the national news, and they done spent all that money. If it had just stayed a small story, probably not, but it became a national story.
I'm quite sure Hoover is going to recoup the money somehow.
I think they are gonna recoup the money, but I also think they're gonna be like, you done sent us up and through.
Maybe. And but one thing I do, the sheriff, he seems like it's not like he's even coming for her throat. He seems like really calm, like just this is what happened, whatever. But it doesn't seem like he's like, foaming at the mouth for her. It's just a regretful situation. We did what we needed to do, and we're going to continue to investigate. I don't know. I just want to know why she did it, what she was going through when she did it. And people do stupid shit. Unfortunately, her stupid stuff was on a national scale. And now, because we're invested, you feel like you are owed a piece of.
So if your daughter did that, you'd be like, oh, she was just being stupid.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her some credit. What were you thinking? You dumb as hell.
You're gonna go off more than that.
But you're still, you did a stupid thing. What were you thinking? Now you got everybody involved. Now, like all of the things, but I'm still saying, like, you
got these folks knocking on my door.
You got these people knocking on the door. You got these people following you, following me. For what? But I think at the same time, you have to figure out, what were you thinking? These kids are not as mature as we were at that age. They are not. This is a whole different generational mindset than what we had. We would have never dared. Never. But these kids have a sense of freedom of mind that they could just do shit and nothing will happen to them. We thought
half of us,
everything
if
was
we
going to
did
happen
disappear,
to us.
We were latchkey kids and our parents worked so much. If we did disappear, they wouldn't know until 48 hours.
Right.
You forgot she didn't take that hamburger meat out that refrigerator.
Where is that child? Is she at your house? You have to do the daisy chain to get around the house because the houses in your neighborhood to find out where you were.
She ain't took the trash out. She ain't put that chicken in the sink. She ain't checked that mail.
Nothing. And then back in the day, you couldn't report someone missing for 48 hours. So maybe she thought, and I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, I'm just throwing this in there. Maybe she thought it wouldn't be reported so quickly.
But she made the call and the police came 5 minutes afterwards. So in that they didn't have to wait 2 hours because it wasn't her mom reporting her missing, it was the police.
No, but I'm saying maybe she thought that that it wasn't gonna be reported as a kidnapping or whatever for 48 hours. Because maybe she's just not thinking like that. She doesn't think like people who watch true crime all the damn time.
No, she surely wasn't thinking.
Your volume. You went mute. So for a second. You said she clearly wasn't thinking?
Yeah. Because the guy with the orange hair, I'm like, out of all the people and all the stories, she came up with that after she had already left. She did.
I wonder what movie she watched with a guy with an orange hair and a bald spot. If she saw that and just picked that out.
I don't know.
That story was definitely after the fact. Definitely after the fact. Like you said, I got to come up with something.
Yeah.
The most outrageous thing.
I can't remember if she was sexually assaulted.
Yeah. The most outrageous thing you could find. So that's going to throw them off the trail. So like she's unfortunate in her thought process. I'm going to grant Carlee grace that I normally don't give to criminals. I am.
You don't. And I'm just surprised. I don't even know who you are. This is a stranger. There's a stranger in my house.
I hear she wants to sing it. I'm really going to grant her. I think you did a very stupid thing. And yes, it is punishable as a criminal offense. Do whatever the jury decides, or if you plead out, whatever that is.
So if you were the prosecutor, you would just say, oh, just pay your fine.
I'm gonna need restitution. But what I'm not gonna do is as a prosecutor, I'm not gonna restrict your ability to make money and pay us back. So I'm gonna need you outside.
Well, ain't nobody, her parents gonna pay that back.
But no, whoever pays it back, but I'm not gonna restrict your ability to pay this money back. So you're gonna have hella community service, like some serious community service, like hours. Plus, you're gonna have to pay this restitution. Plus, you're gonna have to work. So I'm not gonna. It's a nonviolent.
No, she just don't file for unemployment. Let them get that. If she files for unemployment, Brand,
She got fired.
Yeah, but
she got fired.
She better not file for no unemployment.
She got fired. She got fired.
That's double dipping.
Whatever. That's Hoover money versus state money. Them two different things. She done paid into that unemployment with her job.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
She done paid and she done work.
She bet not. You bet not.
Get that girl her money. Give that girl her money. Yeah, I would convict her, and that would be a stain on her record, as being convicted, of that. But as a non-violent crime, just what's the point of the jail?
You sure what? It was nonviolent. She didn't
Yeah,
have no marks on her.
it's a victimless crime. So,
And then they said they had to call that she was at the house, she was conscious but wasn't breathing. I mean, she was breathing but not conscious or whatever. So that means she probably was acting a fool and she got an earshot.
who dropped her off? How did she? It's a lot of questions. Like, how did she get home? Did she Uber?
Somebody was helping her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who is this other person?
They was sitting up in that hospital bed. They was eating them Cheez-Its.
It's always someone close. I'm just like, who? There had to
It
be
probably was her. It probably was a cousin.
on her mama's side.
It was her cousin.
It was a cousin on the mama's side.
Mm. And when her mama find out that she helped her while they was out there worrying,
It's gonna be a little tension at the barbecue next year. Or Thanksgiving this year. It's gonna be a little tension around the table, because if it's on the mama side and it's one of her sisters, she's gonna be mad with her sister because that's your child that did that. The daddy side usually don't even show up to Thanksgiving.
but that girl told her mama where she was gonna be. She said, "I'm going out and I'll be back."
Yeah, I'm gonna go do this and I'm coming back. I don't know what that girl got going on. So your final is Carlee deserves whatever she gets.
Yep.
I'm of the opinion that yes, she should definitely pay for the crime. She did what she did, but that girl ain't did nothing before. And
And I don't even know you. I don't know you. I don't know you no more.
I just think she just did something stupid. I don't know what it is. I just think she did something. She definitely did something stupid. Again, I'm reserving my judgment, like, because there are no details. I don't know why she did what she did.
Well, she could go and do an interview and make a whole lot of money. You think there's gonna be a Carlee Russell movie? Lifetime?
Tubi.
Tubi?
Yeah, on Tubi.
She gonna be running like or like anime across that boulevard when she got in a fight with
Ike
Ike in a limo.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be on. They probably use footage from that movie in the Tubi rendition of the
And then she ran into that hotel. I ain't got no money.
Right, because she only had $107 and some stolen toilet paper. So hell, they might use Ezel from Friday when he was stealing boxes. So they might use that as the first part of the movie, because she stole them four rolls of toilet paper and Ezel was still in the boxes. So they might use that as well. But it's gonna be a Tubi movie. It's not even.
What about when Wanda said, "I got the bike"?
Oh,
what they're gonna have to use that with somebody roll it. They're gonna have to. It's not gonna be that car though. They're gonna have to put a real bad, like, cover up that car. Some editing.
Why you do Wanda?
And then they're gonna have her like Wanda. I got the bike.
Why you do Wanda like that?
But it's gonna be her, Carlee Russell.
Oh my! I know there's a writer's strike right now, but whoever wants
to like this,
whoever wants to write that Tubi movie, reach out to us. We can make this work for you. It's a writer's strike. We don't have no cards. We don't have no SAG cards. We don't have no WGA cards. Just reach out to us and we'll help you out with the independent movie. It's gonna go straight to Tubi. You don't have to put our names real big, but we can help you out with how this movie should go. Wow. So again, we're left with almost nothing when it's concerning Carlee. The same information, basically the same information we had 2 weeks ago when she first showed back up at her parents' house, is the same information that the world has now. Only thing you know is only thing that has changed since that time is they found out she lied and she's been charged with the crime. That's it.
And why a baby on the side of the road?
Because it's believable and it immediately gets you sympathy and a reason why you would stop on that dark ass road.
Well, she didn't stop. She would have rode the hell right over the baby, how far she was driving on the shoulder.
I'm just saying that would have been a reason why she would say that.
And just to think how crazy you have to be to actually say, "Are you okay?" so the other person can hear it. And then to scream so the other person on the phone could hear it.
She watched a movie or something where that happened.
And then you took off like anime to the bushes.
She watched a movie somewhere where they did that and she copied that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a movie scene with a man with orange hair with a bald spot. And she probably watched that and was like, you know what, this is gonna be my story. So
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's watching Fifth Element or something on TV.
She's just a bumbling, sorry, Carlee. You messed up.
And why call her brother's girlfriend?
So somebody in her family, she would be able to talk to somebody in her family, I guess. I don't know.
You think her mom would have saw through it? Girl, ain't nothing wrong with you.
All right, bring your ass home. So maybe as a last point of, I talked to her on this day, kind of thing. I talked to her at this day at this time.
And her cousins even need to be mad because they done put them through it. Thought she was out here missing the whole time.
She's definitely gonna never live it down within her family.
The whole time she doing her nails down to the hotel.
She's never gonna live it down in her family. So two decades from now, they're gonna be little kids going off and it was all right. Don't pull no Carlee now. She's now a thing in the family. So
right, yeah, especially her family.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with Carlee. Maybe she's gonna come out with a statement. If she does, we will post whatever footage or whatever on our Instagram and Facebook at Black Coffee Crime. If you have any suggestions and again any constructive criticism, let us know. But if you're telling us that we talk too much, this is what we do. Sorry. I don't know what
maybe we should learn sign language and sign next time.
Yes, I don't know, but always like and subscribe. With this episode post on every other Thursday on YouTube. So we will say goodnight and enjoy that second cup, y'all.
Good night.